he jumps in. Oh yeah. No. So my final straw, I was like, when I started packing, you guys can watch my last video, when I started packing up. And when I told you guys I was packing, I was getting my thing, and I was like, no, it's time for me to go. At that point, at that point, I was already pregnant when I came to realize it. And I was, but then, you guys, it came to my, and I didn't tell, yeah, another thing, how everything started going down is, and this is when I started realizing, okay, I need to be home. I need to be home. When I would work, I would have shots, I would drink, and the urge for them stopped. Instantly stopped. You guys, I didn't want to drink anymore. I was like, dang, like, what's going on? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to work in bars anymore. I don't want to be in a bar anymore. The bars are getting on my nerves. The time that I'm spending in these bars, I can be with my child. You feel me? Like, these are the things that it just started instantly coming. Be home with your child. You need to be home. And you guys, I gave my gigs to someone else, and I was just done. You know, I found out I was pregnant, of course. And then because I was tired, I was like, dang, why am I getting tired all the time? You know, but the love that I had for it had completely vanished. And it wasn't the love that I had for my work. It was being in the bars. I did not want to be in bars anymore. The times that I was in the bars, I did not care for it anymore. It was gone. So that was another sign for me that said something's going on at the house. You need to be at the house. You know, you guys have to pay attention to why these things are happening. Ask yourself, why are these things happening? What's going on? You know what? So it started getting me back to my original purpose of going in. It started getting me back to the original. I was like, dang, you know, I'm getting a little into this. So my final straw was, when I needed my car fixed, and he said, in order, like, if I can stay, because he didn't want me to leave, and he was like, you stay, and I'll give you a break on rent next month. And I put my things inside of another RV. He had gotten a new RV. You know, mind you, didn't want me to help. That was another thing. Didn't want to help me with my car, but you just go out and buy another RV. So I put my things inside the other RV, and I told him, I had went in the house, I think it was the next day, or it was 2 days later, because that night he ended up finding out because my mom had went to the hospital. And so I think it was 2 days. I got my mom out of the hospital the next day. So it was the day after that, I had came to him. I was like, well, if you're serious about, you know, giving me a break on rent, I can just use that money to get my car fixed. Oh no, I didn't mean give you a break on not you not paying rent. That's what you said. Oh no, I didn't mean that. That's not what I was saying. He's talking about give me a break on taking some money off the rent. I said, that's not what that means. So now you lying. You feel me? So you guys, all these things coming up, not you lying, your so-called, oh, I go to church every Sunday, I love God. And I'm noticing, for one, you're not going to church whenever your aunt is not going to church. You know, all this stuff started happening. You're not going to church when she's not going. We go to these restaurants and you're not listening to her. You're not caring about her pockets. You know, you want everybody to care about your pockets, but you don't give two craps about what your aunt's saying. When she opened her mouth to talk to you, you getting on your phone, you acting like you so into this menu, you keep ordering stuff when she's trying to tell you not to order any more stuff. I started seeing that. And guys, that to me, that is a whole turn off. Like, all this stuff is turn off. So it's just like, I'm looking like, what the hell? Like, I'm waking up. This is God waking me up to see this, to see who he really is. It's a deceit. He's deceiving me, guys. You have to see in your situation, what is your situation? In mine, I was dealing with a deceiver, a straight up deceiver. I knew he was a controlling narcissist, but at the level of deceit that he went to was, it was unbelievable. And, you know, and it got to the point where I'm not gonna, oh no, I'm not, I need the money. He don't need the money. He don't need the money. He just have a unhealthy love for money, you guys. I tell you that's a whole different that's a whole different episode, okay? He has an unhealthy love for money, period. And it showed me that he will choose money over anything, okay? And just to keep control. He always want control, you guys. So I was like, oh no. So you guys, I think it was that very day I went back to the RV. It was that day or the day after I went to the RV, and it was the day after, because that night, you guys, that night, what had happened, and this is when I was done. So that night, he said, no, I was going to work. I was getting ready to go do a gig, right? Because this is before, I think this was the last night I worked, the last night before I gave, you know. So my tire went just flat, like flat. I did not have time to get another tire. It was late night. There was no tire places around me that was open. So I asked to borrow one of his cars. He didn't want me to borrow. Oh, they don't have insurance. I said, well, your car have insurance. He has a Lexus. Your car has insurance. Just let me borrow your car. I'm just going to work. I go to work and I come back. This is what I do. You know this. Oh no. Well, I don't have, well, you're not on the insurance. Another excuse. And I said, you know what? Forget it. That was like the last straw. And I was like, he's just, it's just, I said a prayer. I didn't go to work that night. I said, forget it. And then that very next day, as I was praying, I read my Bible and I was praying. I just said, Lord, I said, he has a wrath on him. Well, because that was that morning. So that morning is when I asked him, well, if you're going to give me a break on rent, I can just use it to fix my car and whatever. Oh no. So I prayed and I was like, okay. I said, Lord, there's a wrath coming to him. He was telling me his dreams. He was telling me different things that was happening. I was like, he kept saying it about other people. And I was like, dude, this is a sign for you. These are warnings to you. So I was like, Lord, you know, I said, there is a wrath coming. There is something coming for him. Something is happening. Something is going down, and it is for him. I said, so whatever you do, Father, I said, please do not allow your innocence, the innocence that is on this property, the innocence that is around him, Father, do not allow them to be hit with his wrath or in his wrath. Do not let them feel the wrath that is meant for him. You guys, the end of the week, if it wasn't the end of that week, or the very next, because it was that Monday morning. It was that Monday morning. Defects came in. Children can't be in here. You got to get the kids. Take them out the house. You guys, all these things that was happening. Me finding out that I'm pregnant, me leaving the bars, you guys, because he is the type that'll be like, oh, all she do is work at night and she does nothing but drink. Oh yeah, he will totally try to entangle that in some kind of bad way, you know. So it's you know, I really hope you didn't, you know, this man, all this stuff that started coming out, guys. These just started coming out. Him sleeping with his niece. Underage niece, you feel me? Him sleeping with a 17-year-old girl. Like, I'm sitting here like, yo, like, the hell, you feel me? All this stuff starts coming out, and I'm just like, everyone, oh, you having another baby by him? Oh, I hope you. No, I did not know. How am I know this? Like, why? You know, no, I didn't know this. The hell, you feel me? I'm finding out just, just now. I'm finding all this stuff out. You feel me? So it's like, I feel like my baby is a blessing because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't nothing when I'm pregnant. So I needed my mind. It was something that God was saying, you need to clear that head on up, just like that lotus flower, you guys. I don't tell anybody don't stop drinking. I'm not going to encourage drinking, but because in the Bible it only says don't get drunk. Don't become drunken. It's when you get drunk. But I use that lotus flower because when you drink, it does dull some of your senses. It does dull your senses a bit. You're not necessarily focused. You're not always focused on what you should be focused about. And in my case, I needed that break. I needed to stop. I needed my head to be clear from the drinking, from the smoking. I needed a fresh mind. I needed my mind to be refreshed. God cannot renew my mind when I'm under the influence. You feel me? He can't renew my mind when some senses are dulled out. You feel me? I needed all of my senses to start realizing what the heck was going on around me and how I needed to wake up, you guys. I'm going to cut this short because I have to go get my babies from school. I have to get the kids from school, and it's not over. It's not over. My thing is, I'm here today because pay attention. You know what today is, the 12th? Well, let's see. Why do I keep trying to do that? It's not working. I think today is the 12th, okay? And we go to court on the 19th. So it's not over. It's not over. D-Fax had me take the kids away. He started coming around. He even signed the paper, you guys. Here's where I messed up again. Here's where I messed up again, you guys. God will always bring you back to reality. He will always wake you up, and never forget this. Never forget this. D-Fax told me to take these children away from him. Told me he not supposed to be around the kids, okay? Going on a month, I'm like, all right, well, he's still not arrested. I'm still in contact with him, guys. This is where you start messing up. I'm still in contact with this man. I'm in my feelings. Once again, I'm in my feelings. All this was I. Understand where your turnaround is. I started realizing everything kept going down. And then he started texting me because I asked him, okay, well, we go to church on Sunday, and this is where I told y'all ahead of time, but this is how it started coming to me. I told D-Fax we go to church on Sunday, and then after church we go to lunch with his great aunt. Can we at least still do that? D-Fax said, well, at least as long as you around, you cannot have the kids along with him at all. You must be around all times with them, okay? D-Fax told me I wasn't supposed to have him around him, his oldest son, and his son's girlfriend, right? Girlfriend was supposed to be out. She only 16 years old. She's supposed to be off the property. He don't think they were. He's still allowing this girl to come on the property. He's still allowing this girl to live inside the camper with his son. 16-years-old now. I'm finding out now that she had her own problems with sexual abuse when she's 16, so she was younger than that. And I met her when she was 15. You feel me? The things that I saw when she was 15 that she was doing with him. That's baby daddy. Didn't know she was 15 at the time until they told me it was her birthday. And I was like, what the hell? Like, this girl was 15. Then she turning 16. Your son 18. Okay. So he still kept it out. I was like, they telling you not to have her around. So now I'm feeling used. I'm starting to feel more used. Now it's like, okay, what's going on? Because my baby's not supposed to be around this, and you still allowing it. So now I don't want him around. You feel me? So I told him I forgot what part I was on. He wasn't supposed to be around them. So I told, okay, so then that's when I started realizing, all right, he's only So then his aunt started getting, she would get sick, or she just wasn't feeling well, didn't want it. And every time she would say she couldn't make, or she couldn't go to lunch or do lunch, he wouldn't go to church. He wouldn't get up. And that's when it started hitting me. And I was like, hold on, you know. And then I was like, no, this is just, you know. So then that's when I started back. I was like, you know what? I started not coming around more. You feel me? I was like, okay, well, as long as I'm around the kids, you guys, I'm still having the kids around him. This is where I messed up again. Having the kids around him. So then I'm sitting here like, dang, you want to go to church? That's when I was like, nah, this not right. You guys, then I started venturing off. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just stay back. These facts told me to keep the kids away. I'm just gonna stand back. You guys, he started texting me nasty text messages. Woo, Lord, I tell you, when God speaks, he speaks to you. He speaks to you. It'll come out. People will always, it may take a little longer, but they will always show you who they are. They will always show you who they are, and God will always get you back on track to where you were supposed to be, to the course where he had you going, and you went astray. He will always bring you back. I started getting nasty text messages. Oh, I want to bring these for the kids. I want to bring them Valentine's Day gifts. All he had was chocolates. I said, leave it inside the car. Leave it in the car. Oh, I don't want you to give it to him. I want to give it to him myself. You're being nasty. How do you hit somebody when they're down? How? So then, you guys, I'm telling you, when the text messages start coming in, you start listening. People will will turn themselves in. People will mess themselves up. You guys, how do you hit somebody when they're down? You're kicking me when I'm down. Nobody does that. That's not of God. You just use God as a crutch. I said that's probably the first true thing that came out of your whole mouth anytime you ever spoke. I say God is my crutch because I need him every single day of the week. Every single day. You guys, it just started. The text messages kept coming. Nasty text messages. You kick him. So then I started thinking, kicking him when he down, he's still getting winners. He's still getting money coming in. He's still getting paid. He's still sleeping in a house, a warm house. He don't have to worry about anything. Everything has been stripped from me. You know, and this is how I felt, you guys. Everything has been stripped from me. I have nobody. All the so-called friends that I thought I had, or people that was around me, you guys, that was just bar stuff. That was just drinking. As long as I'm drinking and having fun. My senses are dulled, guys. These people around, here you go. Another Lotus Flower, another drink. Oh yeah, we're gonna have so much fun. Here, smoke. Let's smoke. You feel me? It's you guys have to see, you guys have to pay attention to your surroundings, what's going on in your life. What was your original plan? What was the original plan that God had you do, that he set you out to do? You guys, we all go astray. We all go astray. Do not be ashamed that you went astray. Just know, as long as you keep God first, keep Jesus in your life. Allow Jesus to be your mediator between you and God, and come bear with him clean. I did it. I don't know what to do. And as much as I kept talking to God, kept praying, kept reading my Bible, talking to God. I don't know what to do. All I wanted was my family to be together. All I wanted was things to get better. All I wanted was, I didn't want to date no more. I was tired of the dating scene. All I wanted was my family. You guys, as I'm saying all this stuff out loud, you guys, what do you hear? I. And as much as I said it, you guys, at the end of me talking to God, I was like, dang. All I was thinking about was I. All I was thinking about was I. I was not thinking about, when I said that prayer about his wrath, God got us out of there. He got us out. And me still coming around. So I stopped. Ended up blocking them. Blocking the text messages. Then things started happening in the camper. He started going in the camper when I wasn't there. He started going in the camper when I wasn't there. I'm sitting here like, I know he was in here. Why you in here? The toilet needed to be fixed. The toilet's still not fixed. The part's still sitting there where the toilet need to be fixed at. So you in here for another reason. All of a sudden, I start smelling propane. We got into another argument. Oh, I thought you lost the baby. What? What? You don't even ask. You don't, for one, you're not asking about the kids, the children. You just worried about going to Stone Mountain. You just worried about going to the next theme park, going somewhere, going to fun places, as he put it, with the kids. I started hearing that. That's not right. Like, hold on. It's always fun places. Let's go to the yummy restaurant. Madison loves food. I think she got a hold disorder. I have to take her somewhere for a disorder, but I need her insurance, all that information. Hopefully, Lord's willing, in the name of Jesus Christ, we get that at court on the 19th when we go. That I get that in the courtroom. You know, if they allow me her, you know, but no, I wasn't supposed to be around him. And what happened? The real person came out. The real person came out. You guys, God will always turn you around. He will turn it back around. He will flip the script. He will flip the script. But he will speak it your language. If you're not seeing it, if you keep going astray, he gonna start speaking your language. He gonna wake you up. He's gonna wake you up, and he woke me up. He woke me up. I'm just sitting here like all the nasty text messages. You kicking me down. I said, dang. I said, oh, let's see. The person I was working under completely just let me go out of the blue. You feel me? I'm not working. I can't work anymore at night. I have to be here with the kids, because when DFATs came in, I had let it go, but when DFATs came in, that was like the end of it. That was the end of it. Because I was planning on going back. I wanted things to get back to a norm. But when DFATs came in and said, get the kids, this was preparing me. This was preparing me. You can't have that job no more. There is no more working at night. And you need to be prepared for that. So when DFATs came in, I was like, well, I guess this is why I went down. I guess this is why I left my job. Can't work at night anymore. I'm pregnant. My feet acting up. You know, I'm sitting here like, damn, I'm in a freaking camper with 2 children when I can be in the house with the kids. The only time you gonna help me you haven't helped me out yet. The only time you help me out, I have to be in your house. To get groceries, the groceries have to be in your house. I have to cook in your house. We all have to eat in your house. That's where the help gonna come in at. God will show you these people. You guys, do not be ashamed. Do not be afraid to tell your story. Do not be afraid to walk the path that God has for you. Do not be ashamed to acknowledge God, because God is the one who he's waking me up. He woke me up. You guys, the weeks that he kept saying, oh, I have visitation. DFATs told me not to do nothing unless I heard from them. Why is it I got a TPO? I got a TPO. That TPO was granted, you guys. That Monday. That Friday after I got that TPO, DFATs calls. Oh, I was gonna tell you that you could possibly start giving them. He could possibly start having visitation. I said, oh, I have a TPO now. Oh, you have a TPO? That overrides us, baby. This story is not done. This story is not done. I'm telling you guys what God does for you when you pay attention, when you keep God first, when you keep Jesus Christ first, when you use Jesus as your meditator. You pray to Jesus Christ and ask him to talk to God for you. You talk to God yourself. Talk to both of them. I talk to both of them. You know, but you can't get to God unless through Jesus. You know, y'all get what I'm saying. Keep him first. He will always bring you back. We all go astray. We are human. We are covered in sinful flesh. We are covered in sinful flesh, you guys. And you have to want the change. You have to want it. Because me, it's like, no, my babies come first. My babies come first. And I told him that to his face. The love that I have for you, my babies triumph over all of that. All of that. If I don't need to be in your life, then that's what's going to happen. And I will let it go. I will let it go. You guys, it's not going to be easy. That's another thing we have to realize. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to make hard choices, hard decisions. It's going to be hard. But you stick with God. Stick with Jesus Christ. I promise you, the truth will come to the light, baby. They will. If you stuck in a situation, ask him to get you out of it, baby. Open that door. Open that door so that you can get out. Because he opened the door. And I didn't see it clearly at the time. I didn't see it clearly at the time because I was still stuck in my feelings. I was still stuck in wanting my family together. He will open your eyes. He will open your eyes. He will, like I said, this story not over yet because we go to court on the 19th. We go to court on the 19th. But baby, when God is at work, God is at work. And when he's trying to show you something, and when he's trying to tell you something, he will start speaking your language. I keep going like this, but the camera right here. The whole time I've been talking over here thinking that's the camera. You guys forgive me. But my YouTubers, podcasts, TikTokers, thank you guys so much for coming in, listening to me today. You guys, think of the lotus flower. God will wake you up. He will come to you. He will come to you. And if you don't hear him, and if you're not hearing him, if you're still not getting it, he will start speaking your language. He will start speaking your language. And you will start waking up. God does not leave his children ignorant. Remember that. You stick with God. And on the next, when we come back, I'm going to tell you guys. I don't know. I might do it earlier. I might not. I'm probably might wait till the 19th, till after court. But I will tell you everything he started doing. All the dirty things he started doing. You guys, and one thing he will use is his money. That's on the next scene. That's on the next scene. He will start using his money. Somebody calling me. See, thank you. It's the end. So that's telling me it's time to go. You know, don't let that deter you. They start using money against you. Whatever it is that you lacking, whatever it is that you lacking, they will start using it against you. And I would tell you guys, I got to go get my babies from school. But stay strong. Keep Jesus Christ first. Keep God first. He will wake you up. There's no cursing God. There is no God. Why? He will speak to you. He will speak to you. You have to be willing to listen. If you're drinking, if you're smoking, and you're still going through these problems saying, God, why? Just stop for a minute. Just stop for a minute. Don't let the drinking and the whatever you do that impairs your mind just a tad bit. Don't let it run your life. Don't let it live for you. Just stop a bit. Stop a bit so you can hear them clearly. Stop a bit. You feel me? Because in my situation, I'm pregnant. I am enjoying my pregnancy. I cannot lie to you guys. It's unfortunate that all of this happened, but you guys, my mind needed to be clear. And honestly, it just took, okay, yeah, I don't do that stuff when I'm pregnant. I'm always clear. I breastfeed. I'm not gonna feed my baby alcohol and drugs. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And speaking my language, you feel me? He knows I'm gonna stop. He knows I won't put another drink to my mouth. He knows I won't put another smoke to my mouth. He knows that. And he just had to speak my language. I got off course. We all get off course from time to time. We all get off course from time to time. Don't feel bad about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just thank God that he woke you up. Thank God that he's waking you up. Thank God for the situation that you're going through. Just pay attention. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you guys for listening. And come on, I'm going to tell you, either it's going to be before or it's going to be on the 19th when we go to court, where I let you guys know how he tried to use, or how he tried to use his money against me and the things that he did to get me to the point of a TPO, to get me to the point where there is no more you seeing the kids. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Stay blessed. Hold on. Sorry. I always do a prayer when I leave after I talk to you guys. So before I leave, our Father who's art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray, Father. Amen. Love you guys.